Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. This week, we've got Angus Blackwood on the podcast. He's the founding partner of Hawk Media Partnership. Welcome, Angus.
Thank you very much, Ben, and great to be here with you, and thank you for having me on the show.
No worries, no worries. So let's talk about Hawk. What's it all about, Angus?
Well, Hawk is a broadcast consultancy which offers all sorts of technical expertise and technical leadership to its customers. And the key thing for its customers is really the speed of access to expertise across the remit from basically studio all the way through distribution to the end device. And in that way, customers can get a sort of one-stop shop of technical expertise with just about instant access, because there's enough of us in the partnership to provide that breadth of expertise and the depth of specialism as well. So as I say, customers benefit because we can come straight in, and off the bat we can get going on projects or assignments or solve tricky technical problems that we've probably usually seen before, and transformational projects as well. For example, moving facilities, physical facilities, or moving into the cloud, that kind of project. Customers are very keen to have support from resources that can get going straight away. They don't want us to learn on their dime. That's really, in a nutshell, that's what we're all about.
Yeah, and so did it take a long time to get the partnership off the ground? Is it, has it been snowballing for a few years, or what's the?
Well, actually,
how did it start?
That's a good question. So it started in 2015. So we've now been going for about 6 years, and we started with a few key partners offering some specific types of support and services, and we've grown since then, and now we've got around about 15 partners, and we have probably well over 10 customers, live customers, and we are offering services every day. So really the growth has been managed very carefully to provide that consistent level of service and be able to provide that instant access. And it's really about matching supply and demand in terms of getting the right resources into customers' projects. So we've been going for 6 years, and we're enjoying it, and we have some challenging projects, and we're building up a nice portfolio of achievements.
Yeah, is this something you always wanted to do, Angus? Like, manage your own consultancy sort of business?
Well, it's an interesting question because I've been in the industry. Well, I started in 1985, which is a long time ago, but I started in satellite engineering. I used to design satellites for British Aerospace when I first left university. And one thing led to another, and I moved into broadcasting in the 1990s, working in generally large corporations like Arqiva and some other smaller ones, and I worked in a consultancy as well. I think generally the need for a broadcast consultancy of this type started to emerge in my mind in 2010. When I've always been, running large engineering teams. I've always had to recruit engineering resource, and really good engineering resource. And I've always had trouble in my roles. I always had trouble finding really, really good resource that could hit the ground running. And so that's where the idea came from, you've got a choice. If you want to recruit resource, you go to a recruitment agency and recruit a permanent resource, or you recruit contract resource. Or you go to a more expensive consultancy, or you might pick up a freelancer. Those are your choices. We didn't have a choice prior to Hawk. We didn't have a choice of recruiting into an ongoing engineering team, basically, a pre-formed engineering team, and that's where the easy access comes from. So if I'd had a Hawk I could go to in 2010, I'd have used them extensively for particular transformational type projects where I needed to power up a team for 6 months. And on day one, I needed them effective and running, and I only wanted to pay for what I used. I didn't want to pay for every day, for example. Recruitment agencies typically provide resources 5 days a week. Typically, our customers don't take resources 5 days a week. They might take a portfolio of expertise over 5 days a week, but individuals will work 1, 2, 3 days per week on each client. And that's where the real kind of rub comes for our customers and our partners, is it provides that on one side, it provides an ability to pick the resource you want for the time you want, rather than just 5 days a week. And from a partner perspective, it provides really interesting work on a variety of projects. So you're not hooked into one customer as a freelancer. You're not hooked into a customer for a year.
Yeah.
And related to that is obviously we are all our projects are done outside of IR35 because we provide a service, and we work on the basis of project risk, and we deliver outcomes. So in no way are our partners disguised employees. We go in to do a project, and we deliver the project, and then we walk away.
Yeah. So what sort of skills have the consultants got in the partnership? Is it a good spread of skills you've got between the?
And that's another good question, because it's key. That is absolutely key. We've got skills all the way across from sort of camera to device, but more importantly, we've got emerging technology skills around AVOD, around fast channels, around OTT, streaming and VOD and such like. Most of the projects that we're doing at the moment are not to do with linear channels, not to do with conventional Freeview, UK Freeview distribution. Most of them are to do with making use of today's technologies to maximize the potential of content which might sit in a website somewhere or might sit in a library somewhere, but hasn't got an easy to use and cost effective distribution channel.
Yeah. And so the partners that are with you, do they typically sort of work across different clients, you say? So they must be quite nimble in terms of managing their sort of assignments that they're on, right?
Yeah, they are. They are very nimble. But if you compare it to having a job in a company, then a job in a company, you typically wouldn't just work on one project. You'd probably work on a couple of projects or have a couple of things going on at the same time. If you're a project manager, you'd certainly be running probably 2 or 3 medium-sized projects at any one time. Maybe if you're running a very large project, you'd be on that full time. But typically, you'd be multitasking across a number of activities. And what I found is the partners, and it does take a certain type of person, admittedly, because you do have to manage your time and you do have to manage your deliverables. But typically the partners love that type of environment where they're chopping and changing between customers. But it's not all different between customers. Most of the customers' actual requirements are all quite similar, but different from a different perspective in each one, or a different emphasis or a different particular challenge. But because we're focused entirely on broadcast, then you're dealing with broadcast culture, broadcast technology. You can frame that, and it is it is achievable for partners. But I think most of the partners have got 10, 15, 20 years experience in the industry, so they're capable of managing themselves, and they thrive on a busy environment. And what they say, if you want a job done well, ask a busy person. Because a busy person is obviously managing their time well and is able to move between tasks and activities successfully.
Yeah, and have you seen sort of new opportunities with Hawk in terms of maybe like security, something like that?
Yeah, so we have, and actually Hawk provides quite a good incubator entity in that because we've got 15 partners with lots and lots of different skills and lots of experience, we can, and lots of ideas as well, we can incubate new ideas, get funding for new ideas. And one such example is a project we recently did, which is funded by Innovate UK, which is a UK government innovation funding arm. And what we did with that project, 6-month project, we got £100,000 from the government to develop a security product purely for broadcast technology, broadcast networks. A unique product because you've got security products for general IT networks and IT equipment, etc. But this product is dedicated to broadcast technologies, broadcast equipment, broadcast networks, which of course is more of a challenge these days because of cloud infrastructure and the absence of a firewall. So security is uppermost in people's minds, which is where the idea came from. We got 6 of us together from Hawk, and we created this product over a 6-month period. And we've now created an entity outside of Hawk to commercialize that product. So in that sense, Hawk has incubated the security product, and other ideas are floating around, and we might well go for other funding. Innovate UK love it because we've got that sort of rainbow of expertise and capability, and they like companies. Again, they like companies that can be up and running very quickly and develop ideas quickly and can implement them. That is, don't just think about them. We've got innovative people in Hawk, and we've got completer finishers in Hawk. So we've got that sort of full remit. So yeah, so new ideas abound, and that's part of the fun as well. It's not just about customers; it's about developing new products and incubating new ideas.
Yeah. So not only the consultants are nimble, but the whole partnership itself, right?
Yeah, I think so, and that is the model. Nimbleness is absolutely the model, and easy access for customers to get a team of 3 or 4 people up and running, but only pay for probably 20-30% that they would be paying for had they needed to recruit those 3 or 4 people from an agency. And they get that deep expertise quickly.
Is there anything that you want to go after, Angus? Is there something that you'd really want Hawk to get into, for example?
Well, I think we are going after the stuff I want to get into, which is all the new technology stuff. So we're working with a private equity company in the States at the moment to develop the broadcast infrastructure for the recently sold Sony channels. So the company is called Narrative Entertainment, and it's been in the press recently. They bought the Sony UK channels. Hawk is responsible for setting up the broadcast infrastructure to move out of the Sony infrastructure and onto this new technology base to allow future expandability and future offerings, which we haven't even thought about yet, but no doubt in the development pipeline. So that's the type of customer we love, because we can bring to the party our expertise, our experience, and get up and running very quickly and develop new technologies and new capabilities for broadcasters who are maybe just dealing with linear channels. We can bring all sorts of other things to the party.
And how are you finding the customers in the pandemic, Angus? I mean, you seem to be getting clients, and we're in a global pandemic. So well done for doing that. Is there any way that you found the best? Is it just the website, or is it just the contacts between the network itself?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think it's the contacts. The website helps. The website helps validate what we do and gives examples of our work and helps validate any buying decision that our customers are making to engage us. But really, it's the network of the partners. So if you take 15 partners, you take their networks, they've each got 1,000 contacts in LinkedIn, then that's a huge network. And not only that, but they're focused around broadcast. So that goes quite deep into the broadcast industry in terms of networking. And all our customers have come through referrals, either through directly to me or directly to a partner or through somebody who knows us. So it's all about who you know. Of course, we already know this in the industry, but it is all about who you know and what they know about you. So as long as you're publicizing your capability and some of your stories, then people will go, right, okay, Hawk will be able to help us with that. Let's give them a ring.
Yeah, because I guess people are missing the face-to-face stuff right now, aren't they? So and there's no trade shows. It's a really difficult time to sort of deal with people in person. It's
incredibly difficult. It's very difficult for everybody. But I guess a lot of people, a lot of companies are getting used to the way of working now, and we're still not back in the office properly. But sometimes it's a benefit to getting used to using video conference. I do a lot of international business, so I work for the World Teleport Association, certifying and auditing satellite teleports. And before I'd have visited the teleports, I traveled over the Middle East and Europe. I've done 20 audits in the last 4 or 5 years. And up to last year, I'd have traveled out to the teleport, but now I do the audit on a video conference over a 2-day period. And I have to say, I miss the travel, but it's a lot more convenient for everybody because it's a focused session instead of a long 1 or 2 day visit. It's a focused session on video conference, 2 4-hour sessions, and you're done.
Yeah, it's kind of like more productive in a way.
It can be more productive. You've got to plan a little bit more, but it probably is more productive. And the other thing is because our partners are spread around. We've got some partners in Scotland. We've got partners in different parts of England. I think we've got one of our partners abroad at the moment. Because of that, we're used to coming together around a video conference anyway. It makes no difference where you are, and so it can help. And customers are very used to it now as well. And as you say, it can make us more efficient and more productive.
Yeah, hopefully the IBC will happen in December this year. Hope so.
Well, we're all planning for it. We're all planning to go out in December, so we're hopeful to be standing in the beach bar, with our coats on in December.
So, how did you? I mean, you must be really happy with the work that you do now, Angus. Like, how do you know that you've found your ideal role in broadcast? How do you know you've found it?
Well, generally speaking, if you're enjoying what you're doing and you're getting positive reception and you're building really good relationships with people you're working with, you're probably doing a good job and probably enjoying it and probably in the role that you're meant to be in.
Yeah.
But I would say it's an evolving story. So as I said before, I've moved from satellite engineering through to broadcast with a spell in radio in the 90s and a spell at the European Space Agency. And each time I might have thought, I'm having a really good time in this role, but naturally I've moved on into different roles as opportunities came about, but also as my own goals evolved and changed, and as the world and the industries opened up for me, I could see different opportunities. I always wanted to travel and spent most of the 1990s out of the country in Germany and in the US.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't necessarily say this is my final role. I'm really enjoying where I am, but I believe that people should evolve as their careers move on and as opportunities emerge. It's really important to keep looking and not necessarily say, well, I'm here and I'm happy. You might be happy today, but you don't know what's going to be the case in a year's time. So keep looking for new opportunities. Keep assessing on an ongoing basis. That's what I've done. So I'm very happy with what I'm doing at the moment. But who knows what I'll be doing in 5 years' time?
Well, it's like your CV. It's never done, your CV, right?
Yeah, and that's part of the joy of it. Exactly.
Yeah. So if people want to find out more about you or the partnership, I guess just head to the website, right? Yeah,
the website's a really good source. LinkedIn provides some some information as well. But the partnership website has got a list of all the partners, their backgrounds. It's got case studies on a lot of the work we've done. It's got a summary of the type of work that we do and that we offer. I mean, we haven't talked about training, for example. We've got a number of our partners do training, and ex-BBC trainers, so really expert there. And again, that's training off the back of practical experience, which is fantastic. So customers are getting actual experience people, rather than people who might have been in industry 10 years ago training for a living. They're actually doing consultancy assignments and training at the same time. So they're getting real kind of at that moment technology advice, and
that's brilliant.
And training material.
Okay, that's hawkmediapartnership.com.
That is
brilliant. Yeah,
thank you.
All right, Angus, I'd just like to say thank you for coming on the show. It's been great listening to the Hawk story.
Well, thanks, Ben. And as a fellow partner at Hawk, I would say thank you very much for your time. And also, I think this series is fantastic. I would recommend it to everybody. If you've reached the end of this interview, obviously you're still listening. But look at all the other interviews that Ben's done. It's fantastic, and I've not seen anybody do this type of interview series before in this way. And it's really engaging. And you've written a book, so
the book as well.
Your book is fantastic, and I think your book reflects the career question you asked me. Your book reflects that, because you yourself have had have evolved through different roles and say different careers, really, as throughout your working life. So
brilliant.
Thanks for having me on, Ben.
No worries, you're very kind. Talk to you again soon, Angus.
Talk to you soon. Thanks, Ben.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.